Welcome to the Nightly Nuge.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition this fine Wednesday evening of the Nightly Nuge. Happy Hump Day, Ted.
And same to you, Keith, and I'm never going to stop saying it, but Happy New Year, everybody. I hope we're on our way to the greatest year of our lives. If we prioritize and take good over evil in every step we take in America, I think we can have a great year in 2022, and the Nugents are already well into it, Keith.
Well, you know what, Ted? A lot of news tonight, but I want to talk about Nikole Hannah-Jones. You know her. She's the founder of the 1619 Project, which is that critical race theory that just because of the color of your skin, that you, of course, and 100% of the time are prejudiced against someone else of a different color. And they've pushed that. You saw it in the Virginia gubernatorial election where that was a big issue. Should critical race theory be taught as curriculum in public schools? And there's a divide over that. I'll let you talk on that in a second. But the point I want to make tonight is there's now another big ruckus brewing over Ms. Hannah-Jones because she says that parents should have no say-so in what is taught to their kids in public school. Your take on that?
You know, I'm a radical guy, Keith. I actually believe that you should always judge a person by the content of their character, never by the color of their skin. I know that's a radical concept, but you know, just her critical race theory insanity alone should have her in a straitjacket as soon as possible. But then she goes another step further into the realm of absolute mindlessness, soullessness, insanity when she thinks that a parent doesn't have any input for the education of their children. We took our wonderful son, Rocco Winchester Nugent, out of a public school because when I ran into my son Rocco's teacher and principal at a public school and proofread his homework and saw that there were misspellings and everything was in block letters, and my wife Shemaine and I went and confronted the principal and the teacher, and with a weird, almost like a Saturday Night Live cuckoo's nest grin on their face, they went, well, sometimes we don't go for the exact spelling as long as it's phonetically close. That came out of the mouth of someone with credentials to teach children. We immediately scolded the living hell out of these creatures, and we extracted our child from the anti-education system. And what this critical race theory racist moron is advocating is literally to abandon the most important role of humanity. Uncle Ted's using extremisms again. The most important role of humanity. Well, that's far out. I can't wait to hear what he thinks that is. And I'll tell you what I think it is. Parenting, guiding, nurturing, loving, disciplining, teaching, guiding your children. And if you met any of my children, you would see that they have been adequately and wonderfully parented because they're bright, they're kind, they're healthy, they're tuned in, they're caring, they're giving, they're loving, and adequately cocky, I might mention, but they know how to read and write and add and subtract and multiply and divide. And they know that no one should ever judge by color of skin, only content of character. And if any human being attempts to extract the number one responsibility of mankind to parent their children, that person should be arrested for child abuse. And if you examine every problem we have in America, you will find a perpetrator that was not parented properly. Our prisons are full of them. The graveyards are full of them. And now with the so-called education system, which is actually an anti-education system, trying to remove parenting from a child's life, we have our work cut out for us.
Well, there you have it. You're now up to speed on this Wednesday evening. And those of you out there, this is an election year. And after listening to Ted, I hope there's a whole bunch of good men and women out there that decide to run for your own school boards in your own towns. And let's fix this problem of education in America. And if you come back tomorrow night, we're going to have another edition of the Nightly Nuge. Thanks for the input tonight, Ted. Always excellent.
I am your Nightly Nuge, cocked, locked, and ready to rock, Doc.